I'm Edie Bornstein, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Azamara Club Cruises. This amazing itinerary takes us from Nice, France to Nice, France for 5 nights, including the world-famous Monaco Grand Prix. For all you Formula One fans out there, have we got an amazing voyage for you. I'm here today with Claudius Dosical, our destination expert, and he's not only going to tell us a little bit about this particular itinerary, but also about how successful it was when we did this same itinerary in 2011. Hi, Claudius.
Hello, Edie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Well, we start in the very beautiful Nice, France. What would you suggest our guests see and do in Nice, France?
Well, first I'd like to say is that since this is a 5-night cruise, as you know, Edie, in 2011, this was a very successful sold-out voyage and very well received by our passengers. But if I were one of our guests, I would suggest that they fly into Paris 1, 2, 3, or 4 days maybe early, enjoy the beautiful city of Paris, and then take the TGV down to Nice. And in Nice itself, we will be spending the night, and then the next morning, I would definitely suggest our clients do not miss the flower market in the Old Town and just walk through the Old Town where they can find so many cheese stores, bakeries, and just a wonderful place to visit the Old Town of Nice.
C'est bon. And then we continue on to the beautiful, beautiful seaside village of Saint-Tropez with, of course, an overnight and a late night. Because if you don't see Saint-Tropez in the evening, you haven't seen Saint-Tropez. What would you suggest our guests see and do in Saint-Tropez?
Well, considering that this is the end of May, it's maybe still a little bit too cold on the beaches of Saint-Tropez, but I would say people watching definitely along the harbor. But there are also some wineries nearby which we offer some visits to, and I personally really enjoy the Provence rosés, just grown right around Saint-Tropez.
Well, I love to stroll just a few blocks walk from the port up into the heart of town. They have a wonderful park where the gentlemen are there playing boules, which is the French version of bocce, and just sip a glass of wine and people watch. It's one of my favorite places, Saint-Tropez. And then we continue down the coast and go to the magnificent Monte Carlo, Monaco for the actual Grand Prix. And as you know, our key brand differentiator of destination immersion and our tagline, "You'll love where we take you," is not only about immersing the guest in the destination and taking them to these fabulous places, but really taking them during world-class events. So in this case, the Formula One Monaco Grand Prix, where we actually don't include the tickets because there's lots of options, but we do include lots of package options for the race tickets at non-ticket scalper prices. Can you tell our guests a little bit about how that process works?
Well, you're correct. We do not include the tickets because we would like our clients to select their own seats, where they would like to sit, and the amount of money they would like to spend. But we will be offering several different categories, and we will have maps and everything, and that will be available approximately 4 to 5 months prior to the sailing, and guests very easy, they simply book it online as they would any shore excursion. And it's just a very electrifying day to be in Monte Carlo. The race itself lasts approximately 3.5 hours and commences right after lunch. So we will be serving a brunch type of meal on board the ship and then tender ashore, walk to the stands, and then enjoy the race in the afternoon. And then the aftermath of the race, when this, as I said, the city is very electric and exciting and full of visitors and people. It's just a vibrating time to be in Monte Carlo.
Well, for sure, 2011 was a smashing success when we did this itinerary, and that's in great part why we're repeating it in 2012. But the other thing is, if somebody desires to go to the Monaco Grand Prix, this is absolutely the most economical way to do it, because all of the hotels there have a 4-night minimum. They quadruple the prices. They don't include all the fabulous things that we include food and drink wise on Azamara. So if somebody has this as a bucket list, please, I would hope they do it on Azamara Club Cruises.
And of course, they get all the other wonderful ports along the route that the hotels do not offer in Monaco.
That's very true. Not to mention, when we leave Monaco, we then go to Portofino, Italy, one of my favorite little ports in Italy. What would you suggest our guests see and do in Portofino?
As you know, Edie, Portofino may have a lot of shops, but it is a tiny little town. And one of my favorite things to do, particularly in the afternoon, is to head to the village just to the north of Portofino, a short drive by local bus. The town is called Santa Margherita, which is larger than Portofino and offers more shops, more dining, some beautiful buildings, and it is also beautifully situated on the Ligurian coast. And last but not least, I always try to stop by the wonderful Splendido Hotel for a snack, a meal, or a Campari and soda.
And the view from Splendido, when you walk up the hill and you go to Splendido and go out the back and overlook from their pool the views of Portofino, it's just magnificent. And then from there we continue on this particular voyage and end up back in Nice. So again, as you said earlier, so many great things to see and do in Nice, including the market if they're there in the morning and things of that nature.
And the ship itself, because of our small size, we are docked less than a mile from the heart of Nice, and we're also located only about 20-25 minutes from the airport. So Nice in itself is a very convenient gateway and offers airlift to places all over the world. Very convenient.
Wonderful. Well, whether you choose to do the Monaco Grand Prix on Azamara Club Cruises or take any one of our many other Oz-amazing itineraries, for sure you'll love where we take you. Come cruise with us. Bon voyage!